profession, and you sit at the crossroads of two cultures. You're Swedish born, but here you are married to a Nigerian, and you are very interested by virtue of your training in languages, including Nigerian languages. How do you see a situation where you come across people in Nigeria who can speak native languages, especially the young generation?
Well, first of all, I want to say that I really believe that it's a result of our colonialism, our colonial mindset, that we look down on our Nigerian languages, and that mindset has to change. It is very sad. I would say it's more common to see children speaking English than speaking Yoruba or Igbo. But when I do meet children who speaks mostly Yoruba, I feel so happy, and I try to interact with the little ones I know, little Yoruba I know, or so on. And wherever you go, I think as further you go to the village, maybe there will be chance to meet children who speak their mother tongue as their first language. But it's becoming, it's a threat to the culture of Nigerian languages, and the heritage of the world is by, let's say, for every language that is being extinct, that is going extinct, for every generation that loses their language, it's a whole
great loss.
A great loss, exactly. It's a great, how would I say? I'm looking for the word.
Disservice.
Yes.
To the culture.
Okay, I'll get back.
It's like a library of knowledge that is getting lost.
Exactly.
Not just the language in isolation. It's history, culture, knowledge that is getting lost with each language that is going extinct.
All right, Stella, what do you say to people who think that being proficient in English, and maybe even with some phoneme accent to add to it, is a sign of civilization? Do you equate Westernization in that sense with civilization? Are the children who speak exclusively in English somehow culturally better, superior, if you like, to those who combine, who also have knowledge of local language and culture?
I would say it doesn't make you woke, in the sense that the fact that your children or your words don't speak your local language. It really breaks my heart when I get to see that as the years roll by, as the generations keep rolling in and out, we're getting more of children who speak. We're getting a lot of children who speak more of English, the borrowed language, than their individual Nigerian language. I'll take the Hausas, for example. You're outside a big international school, like the Boti schools, that the way we would call it, and you hear the children coming out, they're speaking Hausa, and they're speaking it with so much confidence, pride, and it sounds like, as if it's a language from outside of Nigeria. When you hear some of them speak, and when you see them speak, you hear them speak English. They speak English really good.
Yes.
And these days we're getting confused we're speaking both the British, the American English, and we're mixing everything up. But when someone says mesere, for example, you hear the woke people say, what's that?
Yes.
So that is a problem.
Yes.
Like suspicious instead of interest.
They find like, you're local.
Yes.
And being local is a problem. You forget that you talked about being Swedish. You've got your languages that you speak, and you speak it with so much pride. Like, for example, in the UK, you hear someone who speaks, when someone from Liverpool speaks English, it's different from someone in London
of course,
who speaks.
Yeah.
I know that if those people, they had their own languages, they would speak it with so much pride.
Yes.
You understand? Sometimes you talk with someone and you say, where are you from? You say, you should know from my accent.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know, so right in our own climb is a problem when you've got the accent, no talk about not speaking the language at all.
Exactly.
You understand? So if you ask me, I feel it's a great loss on our own part as first as Africans, secondly as Nigerians.
Yeah.
Because when you hear people talk about, I would wait for my children to get to a certain age
Before
they start speaking, I think the foundation should be from childhood.
Infancy.
That's why I'm so happy when I see a lot of videos out there about from parents who are outside of the country. The children are speaking Igbo, they're speaking Hausa, they're speaking Yoruba. That's why Yoruba, I give it to them very strong. They're
Yeah.
speaking Yoruba, they're speaking Efik.
Yes.
Begin to see
Yeah.
some parents teaching their children Efik, even though the children were born and being bred in
Abroad.
India abroad.
Yes.
You know? So I think it's a great loss
Yes.
for us, and I don't see it as woke.
Far
When-
from it.
Yeah, it's very, very far from it. So if we speak our language, I applaud someone who can speak good English and speak his or her local language. That for me is the woke person.
Exactly.